All right, class of 21, 2022. Welcome to the March edition of our leadership Zoom calls and our conference meetups. I appreciate all of you guys taking some time out of your busy day here on the third Thursday of the month of March to join us. Typically today would have been our regular vision day. We would have been out today probably at the YMCA or maybe at the St. Charles City County Library Community Commons, and we would have been conducting our presentation day today. Today was the day where we would have had you all come in and share with us what you had been doing and working on all of your projects, your group projects. So think all the way back to when we first met back last August and started our opening reception. We would have gone back through, and during that amount of time, you guys would have been working on all those projects. So again, something to look forward to. This is a day when we would have invited in all of the alumni, board members, members of the community to come back in and to spend time with each one of you, learning about the projects and things that you had been working on. So again, something else to look forward to as we each one of these third Thursdays of each of the months. Today, we're going to be spending some time learning a little bit more about promoting yourself, working on bios, those kind of things, and as well as LinkedIn. We are blessed today to be able to have Justine Robinson, class of 2019, with us today to serve as our presenter. Justine went through the class now just a couple of short years ago, and is one of our esteemed alumni and has been a great supporter of the Vision program. And we're excited to be able to have her with us now today and to be able to share with us today here within each one of our class members. I am going to jump over and, oops, let's see, I forgot. I did not share screen properly. Let me do that first. Full screen, and now I get to share screen. I got to do that before I go over and hit over to our slideshow. There we go, from the beginning. There we go. You'd think I've been doing this enough times, I would probably eventually figure out what button I'm supposed to push. Promoting your skills, resumes, bios, and LinkedIn. Oh my. Again, today presented by Justine Robinson, class of 2019. Excited to have her as part of today's programming. I want to go through each of our sponsors. And again, I hit these each month, but these sponsors have provided a significant amount of money back to the Vision program and have been great supporters of the program. And so we want to make sure that they are recognized. And again, as you are out in the community, please make sure that you see, or when you see representatives from these organizations, that you do thank them for the time that they spend and the money that they spend back in to support us. Their dollars help provide us with additional programming as well as keep your tuition costs down. Our platinum sponsor and also our graduation sponsor is Barnes-Jewish St. Peter's Hospital and Progress West Hospital. This year, we added in Compass Health Network as a gold sponsor. They're one of our big supporters. Kelly Kerr is on our board and moved over to Compass Health this past year and was able to help us secure their sponsorship and support. SSM Health, St. Joseph Hospital, St. Charles, and Lake St. Louis is one of our healthcare system and our silver sponsors. Mercy Hospital, again, one of our silver sponsors. St. Luke's Hospital over in Chesterfield Valley, they're one of our silver sponsors as well. They have a couple of their employees that are on our alumni, and they wanted to also support and help us, especially with our Health and Human Services Day in January. They serve as a silver sponsor. A new sponsor last month is Thrivent Financial. Julie Turner, who is our chairperson for each one of these leadership calls, is on one of their board of directors. And so she was able to secure a silver sponsorship from Thrivent. O'Fallon Hoots baseball team is our alumni sponsor. They support our alumni newsletter and help with our programming through our alumni. great supporters of the program, and then serve as our alumni sponsor. We also have 3 of our 4 main chambers of commerce and industry serve as financial supporters of the program. The O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce and Industries is one of our chamber sponsors. Greater St. Charles Chamber of Commerce is also a chamber sponsor. And the Cotterville Weldon Spring Chamber is also one of our chamber sponsors. They provide us with, again, support and board members that help and provide direction within each one of our programming too. Now, let me see here if I can do this and do this properly, is to go back over here. Now I am going to hand over the host responsibilities over to Justine and let you go ahead and share screen. And I think you should now have it, Justine.
Looks like I do. Thank you, Mark. Let's pull mine up here. I'm really excited to be here with you all today. I know many of you from outside of the class, and I'm excited to see some familiar faces today in that regard. And for those of you that I don't already know, I would say welcome. And I know that you're awesome in your own rights because you're part of Vision and you showed up. So that says a lot, I think, about you personally and professionally, and I'm very excited. Mark, do you mind, are we allowed to do we have a moment to do introductions so that I can kind of get a feel for who's in the room?
You do, yeah, we can, if you want to call out or request, or we can just kind of let them popcorn it back and forth. It's fine with me.
Stop sharing real quick. That would be awesome. So I'll go in order of my screen. I've got Selena, Amanda, and then Alicia.
I'm Selena with Better Office Furniture. We do new and used office furniture for huge buildings and just people who need one chair.
Awesome. Good to see you. Amanda?
I am Amanda Kaiser. I'm a nurse manager at St. Joe's in Lake St. Louis. I've worked here for the past 10 years, and I love every second of it.
Awesome.
Hi, Alicia Kirkove, Senior Property Manager with Bulky Brown Transwestern. I don't know you at all, Justine, so I'm looking forward to getting to know you.
Not at all. I think we go back to like 2008 or something crazy like
Probably.
that. Angie, Sherry, and Dave.
Hello, I'm Angie Harness. I'm a residential realtor with Keller Williams Chesterfield, best market center on the planet. And yeah, and one of my specialties is helping seniors.
Miss Sherry.
Good afternoon, Justine, one of my favorite ladies in the world. Sherry Roll with Meyer & Company Real Estate, been in the business for approximately 17 years and have experience and licensed in Missouri and in Illinois.
Good to see you, Justine. Dave Bowen with President and Founder of True North to Success, a leadership and business coach specializing in leadership development and process management. What's the ETA on achieving your goals? Elevate, transform, and achieve. Good to see you.
Very nice. You too, Dave. I've got Jason, Dave, R, and Nathan.
Jason Galvin, Commerce Bank, retail banking for 17 years, currently an assistant vice president, branch manager.
Hi, I'm Dave Robin. I am the Director of Business Development and Client Services for Behavioral Health Response. We provide mental health services through the eastern region of Missouri.
Can anyone else hear Nathan? Sorry. I have some audio issues. We can try to circle back. How about Brian, Tammy, and then Veronica?
Hi there. My name is Brian Bartek. I work for St. Charles County Government as a video production coordinator. I've worked here about 4 years now.
Hi, Tammy Kramer, Platten Realty Group, powered by Keller Williams Realty West. I think I have the best market center in the area.
Little competition is good. I like it.
Love you, Angie.
Love you too.
Did you call me? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Justine. So excited to hear you talk to us today. My name is Veronica Schwab. I own Cool Touch Graphics. We do vinyl wraps for your vehicles. We also do office wraps for your windows or your walls. Yeah, we hope you get wrapped and get known.
Jessica, is it Janice? And then Jordan.
Hi, I'm Jessica Davis. I work for Warren County Handicap Services, and we provide many different programs for adults and children with developmental disabilities. And we are currently in the midst of building a brand new agency in Warrenton.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Janice Wishhouse, and I am the director of More Than Enough Ministries. We're a local nonprofit that serves vulnerable children and families. We work really closely with Children's Division. Also are starting a Camp Hope for Kids this summer, which I'm super excited about, which will serve children in foster care that are either still in foster care or that have been adopted out of foster care. And then we'll have a mentoring program that follows the camp to help the kids long term. So we're looking for mentors. We're looking for any community partners that want to partner with us. There's a way. We're the implementing partners for Care Portal in St. Charles County, which is a very easy way for folks to give back to the community, provide items that vulnerable families are needing. So reach out to me. Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm Jordan Herrera with Grace River Church. I creeped you on Facebook, Justine. So, had to make that happen. And we have like 70 mutual friends. So we should probably already be friends.
Send me a connect, all right?
I'll send it, yeah. And Selena, nice haircut. I noticed. It's great. Looks awesome. Good job.
That's awesome. I know there was some bouncing around on the screen. Did I miss anyone? Okay. Awesome. Well, I know so many of you, but for those that don't know too, and for those that I do know alike, please, let's make this an interactive discussion today. So many of you, I mean, you're all professionals and rock stars in your own rights, and you all have these amazing talents and things that you do. So let's all contribute to the conversation. It doesn't need to be one-sided, but I did create some slides today to help guide our conversation and to ensure that we achieve the agenda that Mark set forth for us. So I will go ahead and just share that screen again real quick and give us kind of a point of reference here. So as Mark said, today my presentation is going to be focused on, can everybody see my screen okay? Good, yes, okay. My presentation is going to be focused on promoting your skills. So this would include resumes, bios, LinkedIn, and more. All right, this is going to be fun moving this around. The agenda for today, knowing your strengths. Why is it important to know your skills and what you're good at? You know, what's the point of having this conversation today? So we'll get into that. Because if you don't know why you're here and if you don't believe in it, you're going to tune me out, and I don't want to lose you yet. So hang in there. We're going to talk about how to assess your skills, understanding and interpreting what your skills mean and how they provide you strength in your personal and professional paths, opportunities for continual development of those particular skills, and then application and relevance to your current daily life. Really, I love this quote by C.S. Lewis. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. And I think that really ties in well with our theme for today. Just because you might not be aware of your particular skills or strengths today doesn't mean that you can't immediately dig in and start on this path and this great journey of self-development and strengthening. So who am I and why am I qualified to give this presentation to you today? Well, I am, as Mark said, Justine Robinson. I am part of the Vision Class of 2019, best class ever, of course, as you all know. And I am currently as of the last 3 weeks, branch manager with US Bank. That's a new transition for me and a new company and a new title. So I'm still working on that rolling off of the tongue, but I would describe my employment history and my background as being that of a jungle gym versus a ladder in the corporate professional world. And what do I mean like that? Well, this quote actually referring to a jungle gym comes not from me, I can't take credit for it, but Sheryl Sandberg has been referenced as saying this and establishing that as what her career path has been like. And for me, I spent the majority of my professional career in the shopping center real estate management world. That's how Alicia and I know each other. We both worked for CBL Properties. I managed, leased, and marketed shopping centers for the company for over a decade. Somewhere along the way, my path kind of veered off a little bit. I call it a little blip, as I took some time thinking I would love to start an economic development department for a municipality. So I spent a couple of years on the government side of things, working for Bloomington, Illinois, and founding their economic development department. So trying my hand at something different. It was an interesting experience and definitely one that I'd be happy to share over drinks sometime post-COVID. But ultimately, I think my career has been one of trying new things. And as I've learned more about my particular skills and strengths, the direction of my career has really been flexible and has adapted with time. Awards and achievements. So I am, this is the difficult part, right? This is what we're here to talk about today, boasting your strengths. So if you haven't already, pull me up on LinkedIn. I've got several awards and accomplishments there, including most recently, Little Black Book's Woman of the Year last year. O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce Large Business of the Year last year. I have several awards and achievements. So apparently someone thinks I'm doing something right at some level. So it's always important to make sure that you take a moment to recognize and validate that your hard work and your efforts really do matter. And they help, I think, precede your reputation and build upon what you're trying to establish. So we'll get into that more as we walk through the profile. But let's jump into improving your skills and why you should make the investment of time and resources. Well, this is threefold. It's achieving personal career goals, so striving for a promotion or job enlargement. It's positioning yourself as an expert, which means playing to your strengths and surrounding yourself with complementary experts. And it's allowing you to better serve your network, meaning you cultivate your networks to find strength and encouragement for yourself, but also, and more importantly, how I see it is as a servant leader, right? Your strengths you can attribute to others. You can help build them and help them grow, because when they grow, so do you. So it is really a three-prong approach here with why you should be invested in improving upon your skills. And we'll dive more into this with concrete examples. But I think, even if your goal is number one, if you're going through vision in order to get a promotion or a job enlargement, whether you're trying to position yourself as an expert, it's important to serve your network now, because that is what will feed in to the opportunities for job enlargement and gaining more credibility with your audience. So let's keep going on that. Let's start with the differentiation between skills. What are we here to talk about today? Soft skills and hard skills. So the hard skills are going to be your tangible and your quantifiable skills, right? Like I can code. I'm really good at creating websites, or Veronica, right? Like tangibly, our company makes creative assets and beautiful things and wraps to promote your company. But what are the soft skills? Those are really your intangible skills. They're intuitive. They kind of come naturally to you. They're built into the core of your personality and who you are. It's hard to quantify them. They're very intangible, but they make a tremendous impact in terms of your growth and your trajectory as you're moving not only through your professional career, but in your personal life as well. So I'd be interested to see, how many of you have done an assessment and are familiar with what kind of your soft skills are and what those strengths might be as we kind of gauge the temperature of the room before we launch into the next section. Angie, I'm sure you've taken these assessments. I can imagine with the training that Williams provides that you've done a few of these before.
Yeah, I've taken several DISC. I've done Myers. If there's an assessment, I've probably taken it. I find them fascinating. The one I did, the Keller Williams has their own proprietary assessment called the KPA, which it's in terms of some of the soft skills. It tells you a lot about your hard and soft skills, but one of the things I find that's important in terms of soft skills is really understanding your communication style and how it affects others who might have a different communication style, and also your personal energy level as well, in terms of if you're thinking of hiring, as an example, I'm a high, so my KPA, I'm not gonna go into all details, easiest way to put it is I'm a high D. If I have an administrative assistant, I have to have somebody who has a little bit of a thick skin. Otherwise, they will drain my energy because I'm always going to have to be softening everything for them. So that's an example.
And I'm going to pick on you for just a second, Angie, because I know you can take it. But when you took those assessments, right, was there kind of a light bulb moment or a shift in your mindset for you of, oh, like, I know this about me, but taking it one step further, and how you can apply it then to those relationships, like with your admins that you were referring to?
Yeah, I think just really understanding my communication style and understanding that just because I don't need people, if you don't like something I'm doing, just come straight out with it. Tell me, boom, we're going to fix it. We're done, move on. Most people do not like that approach. And so for me, understanding that, it's so important. So I make sure that when I'm communicating something to someone else, I'm speaking their language and not mine. So, because otherwise, one, we're going to have really bad results. They're going to feel hurt, stepped on, all the things I don't want them to feel. Because I do have empathy. I'm not a psychopath. So
good to know.
Yeah, good to know. So it's important to understand those things so that we're communicating to people in their language, and then you're going to get much better results.
Exactly. Thank you very much for being vulnerable and sharing with the group for a second while I put you on the spot. So, so for me, a little bit about my skill development and my leadership development training. I will say that Vision for me was really the catalyst for my learning and development journey. I started the class in 2018, graduated in 2019, and really kind of got that taste for, hey, I really like learning and bettering myself. I don't want to be done with this journey. So, what else can I do next? And so before I even graduated, I had applied to Lindenwood for their online program and to get my graduate degree in leadership. And I am thrilled to be able to say that I have 7 weeks left. I graduate May 7th. I'm incredibly excited, but so much has been learned and along that journey. And it's really been a continuation of the fundamentals that I learned in Vision. I remember the very first day at the hotel when we all got together for our initial retreat and launch, and learning about emotional intelligence. That's a conversation that has stuck with me now for over 2 years. And I reference back to that conversation and learning about EQ and how it affects my daily life, and just digging in to learn more. So knowing that just one conversation on one day had that big of an impact, I craved to learn more. And as I've gone through class, one of the topics in particular that really resonated with me was the concept of strengths-based leadership. And there's actually a book that we read, and it takes 30 years of research from leadership, leaders, teams, and people from all over. And it narrows down the information to give you 3 keys to really being an effective leader. So it's focusing on what you know, understanding and developing and leveraging your own personal strengths. It also features maximizing your team, so building that team based upon your strengths to bring in people to your inner circle that complement your strengths. And what I mean by that is, I will, admit that I might not be the first person to be incredibly analytical. I'm much more relational and conversational, but I know that I need an analytical person to make sure that I cover all of the boxes that need to be checked in my day-to-day life. And so bringing in people within that context who can complement me, we lift each other up then when we work together and collaborate using our strengths. So it's so important. And then those 4 domains of leadership strength: executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. It really helps to give you kind of a better understanding of where people thrive. I'll look at the chat here. Oh, we've got someone in. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so the 2 examples that it gave in the book were Teach for America and the Ritz-Carlton. And so Teach for America, it highlighted the woman that founded this organization that we all know and we've heard about for many years. And I would encourage you to go out and learn more. I won't dive too deep into it today, but what I will tell you is that this woman was incredibly gifted when it came to the executing portion of her strengths and really maximizing her outputs and her deliverables by focusing on how to successfully execute tasks. And what she was able to do was turn Teach for America from a concept into this multi-million-dollar platform within the context of only really about a year, from the time that she dug her heels in to bringing the right people into her team and executing her vision. So the strategy, and the book dives into the strategy and how impactful it was for her to really understand that she was
Justine, your camera froze. You might have to jump out and back in. Your audio is frozen too, just so you know.